Hello friends. Well, if you watched my Currently Inked yesterday, you will have heard about my saga with this ink, and not just this pen, but a couple other pens. I've switched it around a couple times now. This is the Vinta Night Sky ink. I did put White Lightning, and I also did add a little bit of a Kobe ink with a similar base color to hopefully help the flow. At this point, it's completely clogged up again, and I'm not even sure if that's the ink itself or maybe something is going on in this pen, but like I said, it's happened in two other pens. So I don't think you can really tell, but between the feed and the nib, I can see like the ink kind of gunked up under there. So let's just do a little writing sample. Oh, of course. Okay, so yeah, it will write for a second and then it will just die. Not typical behavior. So I mentioned yesterday in my video that I ordered some brass shims from Amazon. And I looked on Goulet Pen's website to see what kind they sell, because that's the place that I most commonly see people ordering from. But theirs are $4.25 for like a set of 2 sheets that are like this big. So basically the reason that I ordered from Amazon instead was because I wanted it to get here faster. But I ended up finding a really good deal, which is this pack, which was $5.99, I believe, and it comes with 4 different sizes of sheets, meaning the thickness is different. There's a one, I don't know exactly what the measurement is. I don't know if it's cm or what, but it's 0.001. There's 0.002, which is the one that Goulet sells, 0.003, and 0.005. So I got it for the 0.002 because that's what I'm going to try first. But I also thought it would be cool to try the 0.005 on a pen that I wanted to kind of loosen the tines on. Namely, I'm thinking my TWSBI Diamond 580 Iris, because that has a fine nib, but it feels like a very dry fine. So I thought this might be useful in helping to loosen those tines as well. But for the moment, I'm going to use it on this pen to try and get out the shimmer gunk and hopefully get this pen writing well again. I've never done this before, so if I'm doing it wrong or you have other tips for how I can do it better, we'll see how it goes. But please do leave those tips in the comments below, because I literally have no idea what I'm doing. So let's get started. I'm just going to take out the 2.002, whatever that is. So it doesn't say what each sheet is, but just knowing what's in here, I can feel that this is the one. And sorry if it blinds you, I'm trying not to let the light glare on it, but that's the one. That feels basically like a little bit thicker than a piece of foil that you would cook with or whatever. This feels like the 2, this feels like the 3, and then the one left in the bag feels like the 5. Just based on feeling it with my fingers. So from what I have heard or read, you are supposed to insert the paper or the shim into this little like hole that's on the front of the nib, and then just kind of floss it. So I read on the Goulet website,
like you don't want it to hit the, see there's some stuff that came out. You don't want it to hit the feed necessarily. But yeah, I'm seeing like there's still gunk in there in between the tines. So I'm gonna do that again. I have also read that, I think I went too deep there. I've also read that it might be best to do this like when you're actually cleaning out the pen. But I want to keep using this pen. I don't want to clean out this ink, I just want to make it flow. So I don't know, I still see some there, like I see a lot right there. So I don't know if I'm just kind of like pushing it backwards, but maybe if I try from this side. This is a horrible filming quality, I guess. But you guys are just here with me. So, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure if that did anything. We'll try. that seemed to get more out.
All right, let's just see what that did, if anything. Oh, wow. Hello? It worked. Yay. Let me, I wonder if I should do the TWSBI now, just for the sake of this video. I don't have it inked up, but yeah, let me just go get that and we'll do that now. Okay, so I have it here. I am going to ink it with this Journalized Starry Night, and it's called Starwave Meadow, and it's a really pretty light blue with a goldish shimmer. But I really love this pen. I like to put bright inks in it, but like I said, it seems to have a very dry, flowing, fine nib. I have other TWSBI fines that are a lot wetter writing than that, and it's disappointing for me because I want to put like bright, shimmery inks in here, but I just feel like it never flows well, and it always ends up feeling a little bit dry and scratchy when I'm writing with it for long periods of time. So hopefully this will help loosen those tines. I'm going to just fill a little bit in here. And as we know, when you first fill a pen, it always writes wetter than after it's been filled for a while and you've used up that residual ink left in the nib or in the feed. So I'm going to just try to kind of soak some of that up so I can get a better comparison of how it would actually write. So this is the TWSBI Diamond Iris with a fine nib, and this is Journalize Starwave Meadow. So you can hear like all that feedback, and you can see that it's just not a very wet writing nib, right? Hopefully you could. It's not like super dry, like you can see it put down ink, like you can see the wetness of the ink. However, it feels dry. So I wonder if I should try the 3mm first, or 0.003. So I've done this before, but not with a brass sheet. I did it actually on a lot of my Gen Hows with like a plastic sheet that just like felt thicker. And basically what you do is you insert it into the tines. Oops. Okay, and you want to just like leave it inserted between the tines so that, oh, come on. So that it can essentially stretch out the tine. Okay, so I inserted it from the top, just between the tines, and I wanted it to go a little bit lower, but we'll just leave it like this. So you're supposed to insert it and then leave it in there for like a minute or two, just to kind of stretch those tines apart, and it's supposed to also not misalign them. Okay, so it's been about a minute, so I'm just gonna slip that off. Just looking at the nib, it still looks like it is aligned okay. So let's try it out. All right, to me, that doesn't seem much wetter or different. So let's do a little scribble. So 0.003. A really pretty color though. Now I'm gonna try the 0.005 Eek Wish Me Luck. Feels significantly thicker than this one. Okay, so I had to do that closer to my face, and I actually ended up inserting it from the feed side because it was easier to get it in, and then I just kind of like moved it around the front. so that it is wedged in between at least the top of the tines. Okay, so I'm gonna take it out now. Let's look at the tines now versus when I remove it. Okay, let's see. I don't know. I mean, I see the like wetness of the ink that it put down, but I don't notice it being, it doesn't feel noticeably wetter. Let's try 0.005. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe very, very slightly. So here's where I need your guys' help. Whoever is an expert doing this kind of procedure and widening their tines to make their pens flow wetter. Did I do it right? What do I need to do differently? How can I make this more effective? Do I just need to repeat the process? But yeah, these shims were a very good deal on Amazon. So if you guys have been looking for that, there's that. And then I'm really happy with how well this worked. I am very curious to see, will it last? Or will this ink just keep gumming up this pen? And I will need to repeat the procedure. However, I am willing to repeat the procedure for this ink just because I do love this ink. I love that pink shimmer on that blue base. So yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal if every couple of days I have to do that, even though I don't feel like I should have to do that, but I'm willing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. Have a good day.